More Penn teams are rated in the national polls. Which ones, you might ask? Well, stay tuned, we'll let you know.
And OSP invited head Oskaloosa boys basketball coach Brian White to appear on this show. What is he talking about? You'll find out next on The Pulse.
Welcome to Oskaloosa Sports Pulse. I'm Jason Van Zetten.
And I'm Jason Madison. Last week, the William Penn basketball programs dropped a pair of important Midwest Collegiate Conference face-offs against Grandview. The Lady Statesmen hung close early when getting the ball inside, like this exchange between junior forward Taylor Reed and freshman center Jesse Cruiser. But plays like that didn't happen enough to pull off the upset over then number 15 nationally ranked Grandview.
In a game Beavis would never miss, the TP rained down at the annual toilet paper game. The men went to work and kept the game tight, knocking down a big shot like this one from junior guard Austin Emerson from the wing. Unfortunately, the men didn't have enough consistent firepower and fell 73-67. With more MCC games ahead of them, the Navy and Gold moved past the setback and moved forward to Clark when they visited the Penn Zone last Saturday. OSP's J-Mad bringing you these courtside highlights.
Starting off with the Lady Statesmen, we move to the second half with the home team down 7 points, 49-42 with 3 minutes to play. And junior guard Susan Smith dishes the dime off to Oriel Thomas for the bank shot. But fast forward to just 7 ticks left on the clock, and WPU down 62-46 when Thomas gets the final look of the game and drops the J to soften the loss, 62-48. William Penn shot just 28% from the field and committed 20 turnovers in the setback. During the game, Penn junior guard Taylor Reed managed her second double-double of the year, scoring 11 points and 15 rebounds. Sophomore Oriel Thomas also collected a double-double with a team-high 12 points and 11 rebounds. After the game, head Lady Statesman basketball coach Brian Spielbauer wasn't impressed with his team's performance and thinks it's gut check time.
We got to play harder. You know, we have to care more about our jobs. You know, and I think some of them are taking being on a college basketball team and having a college basketball career for granted. And it's nothing to take for granted. It's an honor to get to play basketball for the university, and we have to take that to heart more.
Switching over to men's basketball in less than a minute into the second half, and the Statesmen are off to the races when junior guard Taylor Stoutner catches the pass from sophomore guard Blake Walker and number 31 delivers. Stoutner would collect the extra point, and Penn extended its lead 50-39. Then with 11 minutes to go, junior guard Trey Hill comes off the bench to deliver this no-look pass off the inbound to junior forward Armin Razul, who uses the up and under move to net 2 points for Penn. Now, when you're indoors, you do not need an umbrella, but if you give Stoutner enough room, he'll. With the home team up 81-68, everyone wants to test their range, especially the 6'9" Keith Steffick when he sinks this three-pointer in Clark's eye. Penn would go on and roll over the Crusaders 102-88. This is the first time a Penn squad has surpassed 100 points in conference action since January 26, 2010, when the Statesmen defeated Iowa Wesleyan 103-78. Juniors Taylor Stoutner and Keith Steffick guided the Statesmen with 21 points each. Stoutner hit 4 three-pointers, while Steffick knocked down 3. And not to be outdone, fellow junior Davis Spielbauer was sharp from the perimeter as he notched 4 trifectas for 14 points. Head Statesman basketball coach John Henry was content with the win and admired the leadership Davis Spielbauer showed on the court.
And we had a lot of players tonight. I mean, Davis Spielbauer really took over the game. I thought early on when he came in the game, his energy defensively really changed our demeanor. We were still kind of, you know, not hitting on all cylinders, and he came in and just got after it, and it changed everybody's attitude, picked everybody up. And I'm very, very proud of him, especially Davis, because, you know, he spent 3 years injured. He's back this year after breaking his foot 3 times, got off to a great start at the beginning of the year, and then kind of fell into a slump. To have him tonight playing like we expect was really, really great. And
we had a rough game last game, so past few days we've just been working on getting our energy up, playing harder, and all of us are bought into what coach is telling us, and it's not about the individual goals, it's about us working together as a team and working hard.
Following the men's win, junior Keith Stefik was announced the MCC Player of the Week after his consistent play since the start of 2012. Stefik, a first-time honoree, guided the Statesmen to a 1-1 record last week against Grandview and Clark. The junior averaged 21 points, 8.5 rebounds, 2.5 blocks. Stefik, who made his debut on New Year's Eve, is knocking down 50% of his shots. He is 84% from the line, and the postman has some range, connecting on 38% of his three-pointers after 5 games for the Navy and Gold.
When we return, we'll bring you up to speed on Oskaloosa basketball. Are these guys finding ways to win, and are the girls still on their winning streak? You'll find out next. Keep it locked.
The doctor is in and no appointments are needed. Come to Dr. Salami's today and let the doc heal your hunger. Come to Dr. Salami's for friendly staff, casual atmosphere, and good friends. When you get here, you'll be treated to affordable prices, hearty portions, and good food. So come on down to Dr. Salami's today, your place for good friends, good food, good times.
If you buy the renegade idea that investing should be discussed face to face, not just inbox to inbox.
If you believe that your relationship with your investments shouldn't be long distance.
Join the nearly 7 million investors who think like you do. FaceTime and ThinkTime make a difference.
Join us.
At Edward Jones, it's how we make sense of investing.
Visit one of your friendly Oskaloosa reps today.
You should see my bank. It can do awesome things. Mom says it's just like the Four Seasons. Always there. Helping communities grow and be a better place to live and work. All because my bank lives here too.
Live Iowa, work Iowa, bank Iowa. Member FDIC.
Welcome back. We're pleased to be joined by Brian White, head basketball coach of Oskaloosa basketball, the boys side, obviously. Now, Coach, you guys are 6-6 on the year with a 3-3 record, and you guys are sitting in the middle of the pack of the Little Hawkeye Conference. How do you feel about that right now? And I know there's definitely room for improvement.
Oh, there definitely is always room for improvement, but feeling pretty good about where we're at. You know, we've lost some close games, but we've won our share of close games. Conference-wise, I thought we probably played our best game the other night against Grinnell, who's the top dog in the conference right now. They're undefeated in league play, and you know, we gave them a good run. You know, had it down to a one-possession game real late in the ball game. So you know, we played well that night. You know, Pella's always going to be tough. Pella Kirsten's tough. Norwalk just knocked off PC the other night in overtime. So I think we're right now tied for third. You know, sitting pretty good. And getting ready to go our second time around in the conference.
And since you guys did pick up that win earlier this week against Albia, and I talked to a couple of your players, so they're kind of feeling a little bit good about picking up that first win of the 2012 year, you could say. Mm-hmm. What are you guys going to have to do, or how have you prepared your team heading into this game tomorrow against Newton, which you guys beat earlier on their home court, but it came down to a last-second shot?
Yeah, it did, and we were very fortunate to win that ball game. I think we were down 14 or down 16 midway through that fourth quarter. So the guys, that's really kind of where the season really kind of turned around for us, as far as the guys believing, because up to that point when we would get down, it was really tough for us to climb back out of the holes. And you know, obviously you don't want to get down, but you know, if that happens in a game, that we have that ability to come back and finish games. And we came out with a big win that night. You know, Tyler Hafner hit like a 25-footer to win it. We would hope that it wouldn't come down to that tomorrow night, but I know that Newton is going to be ready to play. So we got to be prepared, ready to go. Even though we're on our home court, we got to come out with some fire and play some good, solid defense.
Right, and not trying to look past that game, but you guys have Mount Pleasant as well on Saturday, and this is a team that you guys met earlier in the season. They're not part of the conference, but they're ranked third in the state right now, and they're a pretty tough team. So what are you guys, again, going to have to do when you head down to their big house?
We know that Mount Pleasant is one of the top teams in the state. I think they're maybe ranked 3rd right now, maybe 1 loss on the year. We played them tough at our place early in the season. I think it was a 12-point loss. You know, tried some different things. They're huge. They're 6'7", 6'7", 6'5". Got some big kids, and then their best scorer, the leading scorer, is about 6'3" point guard, averaging about 20 points a game. We did some different things. You know, tried some triangle 2, some boxing 1, tried to mix things up a little bit. So I'm sure that we won't catch them off guard and surprised by that. So we got to rebound, we got to block out, you know, control the glass. They really hurt us on the offensive boards last time. We got some shooters in this team, so if we can continue to stay hot from the perimeter, you know, those threes add up a little quicker than those twos, so we'll see what happens. Obviously, we're not looking past Newton by any means. We're always focused on that next game, but it would be a nice to get that W, because they are in our sub-state as well.
Right, and since we are talking sub-state, I mean, this could be this Mount Pleasant team could be one of those top teams that you might see down the road again. So how did that kind of play out with you guys being able to play them during your regular season and maybe carrying over in your post?
Yeah, you know, this is the first time we've played them twice in the regular season. I think last year we had them on the schedule, and a few years back we had them on the schedule for 1 non-conference game, but this year it is 2. It is always difficult to play a team 3 times, whether you win the first 2 or you split the first 2. Just to see an opponent 3 times in a season, obviously they know a lot about you, and you know a lot about them. So you're not going to be able to really trick them by doing a whole lot of things. So it should make for an interesting game, an interesting sub-state, and I know the guys are gearing toward that.
How are you going to be able to kind of improve your record as well as before you return to Oskaloosa and continue that streak?
Yeah, you know, it's going to be big. You know, Norwalk, we play Norwalk on the road next week, next Tuesday, and then I think we got Pellet at home next Friday. But you know, Norwalk was one we got at home. We shot pretty well that night, and they were able to get one of their 6'5", 6'6" kids back inside, and they're an improved ball club. Like I said, they beat PC the other night, so they're going to be coming out for revenge on their home court. And it is a different atmosphere. You know, some guys play better on the road. Some guys, you know, have a tendency to kind of shy away on the road. So we'll see what we're made of, and you know, just knowing that, you know, you're going to get a certain amount of games every year to go out and show what you can do. And you know, we kind of talk about that. You know, you're guaranteed 21 games and make the most of it. And so we'll be ready to go.
Right. And you know, you never know whose night it's going to be. So like one night it could be Ty Sarver or Nathan Veldhuizen or Clay Tucker might get hot. I mean, those are just a few names of the guys that continue to kind of show improvement throughout the year and be some of your top scorers. What kind of leadership are you expecting out of those starters and even the guys that are coming off the bench as we head forward?
Yeah, and that's big, and it's kind of been a different guy, you know, every game stepping up. And you know, like we kind of joke around afterwards a little bit. It'd be kind of nice if everybody had a good game one night, and just to show what we can do. And you know, and that will happen. You know, just you know, having that confidence. But it's nice, you know, if you know, Tice isn't hitting his shots or Austin's not hitting his shots, that, you know, Tyler will step up with rebounding or knock down some big shots, and Nate Veldhuizen will step up and hit some big shots. And Dylan Daniels giving us some good minutes off the bench, and Colin Green has been giving us some good minutes. So it's just been, you know, different guys doing different things for this team and finding ways to win.
Well, Coach, we wish you the best of luck on Friday as well as for the weekends to come. Everybody at home, we'll be right back with more OSP.
Bates Funeral Chapel, where community is more than just a location. Where compassion is more than just a feeling. Where history is more than just a time. Bates Funeral Chapel, where service is more than just a word.
Promise me, son, not to do the things I've done. I'm gonna love you forever, forever and ever, amen.
I'm begging of you, please don't take my man.
I turned 21 in prison, doing life without parole.
The biggest stars, the classic hits, KIIC. ABC.
They're back at it again. Those talented elves have adorned Mahaskadrug and Oskaloosa with 150 beautifully decorated Christmas trees, tens of thousands of ornaments, decorations, crafts, and gifts for anyone on your Christmas shopping list. It's a fun store to shop, loaded with Christmas decor that'll make you smile, make you laugh, make you want to share. Mahaskadrug is open weeknights till 9, so come into town and see what everyone is glowing about. Mahaskadrug and Oskaloosa, it's big, really big.
Welcome back. Taking their collective games to a new level this year, the William Penn bowling teams are ranked in the NCBCA's Coaches Poll of the Year. The men's are ranked 3rd, while the women are ranked 14. The poll is the first set of 3 to be released this year. The Statesman earned 710 points, including 2 first-place votes, while Robert Morris, Illinois, is nearly unanimously number 1 with 934 points and 21 first-place votes. Penn is the only program from the Midwest Collegiate Conference in the poll or receiving votes. On the women's side, the Lady Statesmen garnered 182 points, while Pikeville, Kentucky holds a narrow margin for first. Pikeville has 784 points and 10 first-place votes. Penn will seek to continue their upward trend this weekend when they play the Blue and Gold Classic in a Tier 1 event held in South Bend, Indiana.
Staying indoors but switching from the wooden lanes to the rubber ones, William Penn's Gabriel Green led both Penn programs at the Dubuque Soul Butler Classic last Saturday. Green, seen here practicing, dominated the 200-meter dash event, winning his title in 22.25 seconds.
That was tiring.
He was 0.99 seconds faster than his nearest competitor, teammate Armin Thigpen, at 23.24 seconds. Green's time broke the facility record and qualified him for nationals. The junior sprinter has now qualified for the 200 and 60-meter dash events. As a whole, William Penn was 4th out of 9 teams with 71 points, with Augustana, Illinois taking the top spot with 236.5 points. Over in the field events, freshman Jalen Wilson also took home gold, topping the long jump event with a leap of 22 feet 5 1/4 of an inch. Back on the track, the 55-meter hurdles were also a bright spot for William Penn, as freshman Sam Taylor garnered runner-up honors in a time of 8.07 seconds.
Shot, take and roll. On the women's side, freshman Fatumata Sumira headlined the Lady Statesmen, placing 2nd in the 400-meter dash in a time of 1 minute and 1.52 seconds. The Lady Statesmen placed 8th out of 9 teams with 29 points, while Monmouth, Illinois held off the crowd at 154 points. 4th place finishers went to freshman Alexis Sweeney in the 200-meter dash, as well as the 4x400-meter relay team of Samira, Sweeney, Sanice Dishman, Sadie Myers. The foursome finished in a time of 4 minutes and 19.05 seconds. In related news, Penn trackster Gabriel Green is perfect. 2 for 2 as he was again named the MCC's Indoor Track Athlete of the Week. Green qualified for the NAIA Nationals in the 200-meter dash in 22.25 seconds. Last weekend was a member of the 4x400-meter relay team that placed 4th in a time of 3 minutes and 32.57 seconds. The junior has qualified for nationals in the 60 as well, tops the MCC in both events, and nationally he is ranked 3rd in the 200 and 11th in the 60. The Statesman and Lady Statesman travel to Ames this Saturday and Sunday for the ISU Open.
Earlier this week, Iowa Barnstormer head coach and director of football operations Mike Hohensee announced the signing of 2010's All-Big Ten wide receiver Darrell Johnson-Koulianos for the 2012 Arena football season. The wideout, known statewide as DJK, joins the Barnstormers roster after a 4-year record-setting career at the University of Iowa. As a Hawkeye, Johnson-Koulianos recorded 173 receptions for 2,616 yards and 17 touchdowns. The career receptions and receiving yards were all-time at U of I until the records were eclipsed by former teammate Marvin McNutt during the 2011 season. Coach Hohensee went on to say, "We're excited to have DJK join the Barnstormers family. We feel someone with his skills will be able to produce immediate results for us." Following that response, DJK said, "I'm thrilled to have the opportunity to come back to my home away from home and once again play in front of the great fans of Iowa. I don't think I ever really understood what Iowa was all about until I played here, and I can't wait to perform again at a high level for all my fans." Iowa team officials said Johnson Koulianos will sport his familiar number 15 jersey this season, and Oskaloosans can see that number in action before the season begins when the Barnstormers use the Penn Activity Center for preseason practice February 19th to March 3rd.
That's it for this week's show. Be sure to catch replays of OSP Fridays at 10 p.m., Saturdays at 7 a.m., 10 a.m., and 10 p.m., as well as Sundays at 8 a.m., 11 a.m., and 10 p.m. right here on MCG Channel 7. And if you are consistently on the net, watch us and the rest of the CRI team online at www.critv.org.
Let's wrap it up this week of OSP. I'm Jason Van Zetten.
And I'm Jason Madison.
We'll be back next Friday with a brand new episode of OSP starting at 5 p.m.